Observe how you're feeling. Observe the breath. Observe your thoughts. Check in. And then from that observation, start to move into your intentional pranayama breath of Ujjayi, the back of the throat, audible breath. Breathe it in through the nostrils. The chest rises, the belly fills up. Exhale, retracting the belly back in. Full deep belly breaths, inhaling, expanding out. Exhaling, retracting back in. If you get distracted by your thoughts that take you away from your breath, acknowledge that thought, acknowledge the distraction, and then come right back to the breath. Your breath deserves your awareness, it deserves your attention. And shift from your breath over to your intention. And I picked an angel card before we started here, and the card that I picked was miracles. So, perhaps that might be your intention tonight, is that noticing everything that you do is a miracle. So that might mean as you lift up into that standing split, that might be a miracle. And just maybe looking at it with those eyes, looking at it as a miracle. And then focusing on the breath, looking at that as a miracle. If that intention doesn't feel like it's going to serve you tonight, that's okay. This is your practice. Maybe something else like grace, or patience, or steadfastness, or you just want to get a good sweat on. Maybe that's your intention. Start to weave that into the breath. Weave it into the body. And then walk the hands over to the right, maybe even placing the left palm on top of the right. Walk the hands back to center, over to the left, maybe even placing the right palm on top of the left. Inhale back to center, pull through the palms, tabletop. In that tabletop position, moving through a couple cat and cows, rounding through the back, tuck the chin in, scoop through the pelvis. Release into cow, the belly comes down towards the earth, lift through the heart and hips. Inhale, rounding. Exhaling into cow. Move through several of these, your breath, your pace. If you want a little extra here, maybe you come on the balls of the feet. One more. And back to neutral. From all fours, start to lift up through the knees. So we're going to just lift them up, and then keeping the knees really bent, press the hips back. So the knees are really, really bent. We're straightening out the arms and then relax the head, keeping the knees really, really bent. We're here just for a couple breaths in, a couple breaths out. And come back to tabletop. One breath in, one breath out. Lift up through the hips, keep the knees really, really bent. Straightening out the arms, spread the fingers really wide. Press back, lengthen through the spine. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, tabletop. You might start to feel that already in the legs. That requires a lot of strength and focus. One more. Inhale, lift the hips up. Keeping the legs bent. Straightening out the arms. Lengthen through the spine. One more breath in. One more breath out. Your release is downward dog. Start to straighten out the legs and then maybe even pedal out the legs. Relax the head. Feel out your downward dog, perhaps even lifting a leg or twisting by bringing the heels side to side. One more breath in. One more breath out. Floater, step the feet forward, forward fold. The whole upper body hangs loose. Bend the knees, at least a little micro bend. Relax the head, maybe shake the head yes and no, shrug the shoulders back and forth. Halfway lift, flat back. Draw the shoulders up towards the sky and towards the back of the room. Let the toes be soft and light, no gripping. Exhale, forward. Roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Rolling it up, keep the knees bent a little bit, roll it up. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, heart center, press through the palms, press through the fingertips. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, mini back bend. Open it up in cactus arms. Arms are bent. Guide the elbows back, puffing up through the chest. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen. Exhale, halfway down airplane. Palms come face up. Chest expansion, roll the shoulders back, start to press the palms together, and then exhale forward. Maybe release the hands away from the back. Let the head release away from the back of the neck. Hands come to the back. Hands float all the way down to the mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale forward. Press back to plank. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. The balls of the feet are underneath the heels. Feet are hip distance apart. We're holding it here for 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, chest comes down, chin comes down, baby cobra. Just for this first flow, warming up the back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, guide the elbows in. Press down through the tops of the feet. Exhale forward, press up to plank, downward dog. One full breath in. One full breath out. The right leg reaches high towards the sky. Press through the right heel, lengthening through the leg. Start to walk the hands back towards the left foot for a standing split. Walk them back, lift the back leg high. Relax the head. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands back out to a raised downward dog, keeping that right leg lifted high. Sweep the right leg forward, lunge. Right knee is over the right ankle. Reach the left leg all the way back. Press back through the left heel to really reach back and help open up through the left hips flexors. We're not here for long. The left leg comes forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale forward. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen all the way up. Exhale, heart center, press through the palms, press through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward, press back to plank. Move through your vinyasa flow of choice. If you want to continue with knees, chest, chin coming down, do that. Or move from high to low plank, coming into cobra or up dog. We meet in downward dog. One full breath in. One full breath out. From downward dog, left leg reaches high. Press back through the left heel, lengthening through the left leg. Walk the hands back to the right foot, keeping the left leg lifted. Walk it back. Lift the left leg high. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands back to a raised downward dog. Left leg stays high. And then sweep the left leg forward. Lunge. Left knee over the left ankle. Reach the right leg all the way back. Press back through the right heel. The right leg comes forward. Forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale forward. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen all the way up. Exhale, heart center, press through the palms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Press back to plank. Move through your vinyasa flow of choice. We meet in downward dog. One full breath in. One full breath out. Right leg reaches high towards the sky. Walk the hands back to the standing foot. Standing split. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Walk it back up to a downward dog. Keep the right leg lifted high. Swing the right leg forward. Warrior 1. Square the hips forward. Square the shoulders forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Right knee is over the right ankle. Right toes are soft. It's okay to go wider here. More like railroad tracks. It's all right. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Hands come towards the waist. Lift high. Use that little bit of leverage to press down through the hips. Lift up through the chest for 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward for 3, 2, 1. Frame the right foot. Shift the weight to the right foot. Come back on the back ball of the foot, standing split. Lift the left leg high. And perhaps you wrap the right arm around the standing leg as an option. Relax the head away from the neck. Bring the left leg all the way back to a lunge. Frame the right foot. Press back to plank. Move through your vinyasa flow of choice, or skip it all together. We meet in downward dog. One full breath in. One full breath out. Left leg reaches high towards the sky. Walk the hands back to a standing split. Keep the left leg high. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands back out to a raised downward dog. Sweep the left leg forward, warrior 1 on this side. Square the hips, square the shoulders. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Left toes are soft for 3, 2, 1. Hands come towards the waist. Press down through the hips, lift up through the chest. 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward for 3, 2, 1. Frame the left foot, come back on the back ball of the foot. Shift the weight to the left foot, standing splits. Lift the right leg high. Option to wrap the left arm around the standing left leg. Release the head. Bring the right leg all the way back into a lunge. Frame the left foot. Press back to plank. Move through your vinyasa flow. Inhaling and exhaling. You can always add a challenge, maybe halfway down, push up. We meet in downward dog. We're going to move through that sequence one more time. Right leg reaches high. Walk the hands back to the left leg. Standing split. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Standing or downward dog. Sweep the right leg forward. Warrior 1. Square the hips. Inhale left. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Hands come towards the waist. 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward. 3, 2, 1. Frame the right foot. Standing split. Lift the left leg high. Here for 3. Maybe higher for 2. 1. Bring the left leg back. Frame the right foot. Move through your vinyasa flow. You can always skip it. Your option, or even add to it. We meet in downward dog. 1 full breath in. 1 full breath out. Left leg reaches high towards the sky. Walk the hands back. Standing split. We're here for 3. Maybe higher for 2. 1. Walk it out to a raised downward dog. The left leg comes forward, warrior 1. Square the hips. Lift the arms up high for 3, 2, 1. Hands come towards the waist. 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward for 3, 2, 1. Frame the left foot, standing split. Lift the right leg high. We're here for 3, 2, higher. 1. Reach the right leg back. Frame the left foot. Press back to plank. Move through your vinyasa flow. We meet in downward dog. 1 full breath in. 1 full breath out. Floater, step the feet forward. Forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale forward. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Sink the hips low, lift the chest high. Shoulders slide down the back. Toes are soft and light. Maybe sink a little bit lower. You might start to feel this a little bit faster because of all the warrior 1s and the standing splits. For 3, 2, One, release to forward fold. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale to release any excess heat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Utkatasana chair. Sink low. Hands come towards the heart. Twist open to the right. Twist, twist, twist. Keep the hips low. See if you can keep the knees even. Perhaps you fly the arms open. We're here for 3. Hips stay low for 2. 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, chair, sink low. Lift the chest high. Hands come towards the heart. Twist open to the left. Twist from the lower part of the rib cage up to the upper part of the rib cage. We're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Back to center, forward fold, let it go. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen all the way up. Reach it high. Exhale, heart center. Press through the palms. Press through the fingertips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus arms, mini back bend. Maybe go a little bit farther now that we're warmed up. See where you can reach back mindfully, intentionally. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, hinge forward. Find a little bit deeper forward fold here. Maybe that's a box with the arms. Maybe it's tucking the hands underneath the feet to give the wrists a little bit of a massage here. We're going to be here for several breaths in, several breaths out. This is also an opportunity to feel the sweat dripping. Or can you let go just a little bit more? Is it in the jaw, in the back of the neck, the toes? Where can you release? Where can you come back to your intention? Releasing that deeper forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward. Press back to plank. Come right up into downward dog. We're going to skip that vinyasa flow, unless it's super calling to you. We have one more standing split sequence to move through. We got this. Right leg reaches high. Walk the hands back to the standing foot. We're here for 3, higher for 2, higher for 1. Walk it back up for downward dog. The right leg comes forward, warrior 1. Square the hips, square the shoulders, lift the arms up high for 3, 2, 1. Hands come towards the waist for 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward for 3, 2, 1. Standing split. Lift the left leg high for 3, higher for 2, 1. Half moon. Standing half moon. So we're going to start to stack the left hip over the right. The right hand is just in front of the right foot. As you stack the left hip over the right, the left shoulder opens up to the side. Perhaps even lifting the left arm. Gaze can be down at the floor. straight ahead, or maybe even up at the left hand. Press back through the left heel. If you want here, this can be a challenge on carpet. Maybe you move into standing bow, reaching back through the back foot. It's just an option. Have fun with this. Have fun with it. Release back to a standing split. Lift the left leg high. Bend through the right leg, bend through the left leg. Shiva squat. Straightening and bending. Straightening and bending. One more. Straighten and bend. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes all the way back. We're in a lunge. Release the back leg down. Inhale, lift the hips up, straightening out the right leg. Guide the right toes in towards the belly. Half split, Hanumanasana. So we're getting a little bit deeper into that split practice. Guide the right hip back, draw the left hip forward. Pull back through the right heel. If you feel really intentional about coming in to a full split or a supported split, feel free to do that. If you have a yoga block, you can bring it right underneath that top of, right underneath the quads or the hamstrings here. Bring it right under there to support that. Feel free to play around. We're going to be here for just a little bit. Be super mindful if you're coming more into that full split of what that feels like, why you're doing it, listening to that feedback loop. And then slowly, if you're more in a full split, bend through the right leg. We're all going to meet in a lunge. Frame the right foot. Press back to plank. Move through your vinyasa flow of choice or skip it all together. It's your practice. We meet in downward dog. One full breath in. One full breath out. Left leg reaches high towards the sky. Walk the hands back to the right foot. Standing split for 3. Higher for 2. Higher for 1. Walk the hands back to a raised downward dog. Sweep the left leg forward. Warrior 1. Square the hips. Inhale, lift the arms up high. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Hands come towards the waist for 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward for 3, 2, 1. Frame the left foot, standing split. Lift the right leg high for 3, higher for 2, higher for 1. Half moon. Plant that left hand right in front of the left foot. Stack the right hip over the left. Start to open up the chest to the side. Find your gaze point down at the floor, to the side, up at the right hand. Press back through the right heel. For 3, 2, 1. Standing bow if you would like. Reach back through that back foot if you want to try it. Good. And then back to standing split. Lift the right leg high, reach. Shiva squat, bend through the left leg, bend through the right. Straightening the legs and bending. 2 more. And 1. Reach the right leg all the way back. Release the right leg down. Half Hanumanasana on this side. Lift the hips up, straightening out the left leg, draw the left toes in. And notice this side. What's the conversation on this side? Maybe you want to come into a more full split here, supported with a yoga block underneath the hamstrings, or just support it with the hands. Just feel it out. We have plenty of time to explore this. No need to rush through it. And from that split practice, bend through the left knee, finding your lunge, frame the left foot, press back to plank, skip your flow, we're going to come right up into downward dog. Maybe pedal out the heels. We're going to be here for 5 to 7 breaths, or child's pose for 5 to 7 breaths, your option. Where can you reconnect with your breath? Where can you reconnect with your intention? It's a good check-in point to wipe your sweat off, maybe get a sip of water. One more breath in. One more breath out. Pull through the palms, tabletop. Crossing the legs behind, we're going to come right up into half boat. So as we cross the legs behind, we're going to roll right up. Find your half boat with the legs crossed. So yeah, crossing those legs, reach the arms out, lift through the chest. So just a little bit of core work here. Continue to lift through the chest. This is an opportunity to release through the wrist too. So maybe you do a little bit of wrist rolls here if you want, as long as you stay lifted in the chest. And from this cross-legged half boat, we're going to come right in to a cross-legged seated position. So come into that cross-legged seated position. And then lift up once again. Lift, keep the legs crossed at the lower part, half boat, legs are crossed. Come back to that seated position, cross-legged. And then lift up. We're going to move through this a little bit faster. 3, 2, 1. Find that cross-legged. Inhale, lift. If this is feeling like it's all in your hip flexors here, you can always support it behind the knees and just work through it that way. Come back to a seated position. Or if you want, bring the hands back to help support it as well. So lots of options to come back and forth, lifting and lowering. Lift and lower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep the chest lifted and lower. Maybe even lift and straighten the legs out a little bit more and lower. Have fun with this. Play around with what feels good in your body. We're strengthening. Maybe you don't use any arms and just have those arms free, really working the core. Inhaling up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Have fun. And then we meet in a seated position. Cross-legged position. Check in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Butterfly, just to release those hip flexors, because I might have got in the hip flexors. So rocking side to side can help release. And then maybe even a little subtle pulsing to release there as well. And once you get that released out, lift tall through the spine. Exhale forward. Bring the chest down towards the feet. Relax the shoulders. Relax the head away from the back of the neck. Soften through the jaw. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, lifting up through the head, lifting up through the chest, closing up the knees like a book. And then we're going to rock the whole length of our spine. So we're going to do just a little bit of rocking and rolling. So rock it back, hands behind the knees, and rock it up. Rock it back. Rock it up. Have fun with this. Rock it back, rock it forward. You can use the hands behind the knees or arms reach out. No right or wrong. And a couple more. One more. And go right up to a squat. Find your squat. Guide the heels down. Wrap the arms around the legs. Bring the chin towards the chest. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. If this doesn't feel right, if that's too much compression on your knees, you can always come down on your hips as well. Or not here for too long. And bring the hands down, press back to plank. Downward dog, lift the hips up high. One full breath in. One full breath out. The right leg reaches high towards the sky. Release the right ankle towards the hip. Stack the right hip over the left. Good. And then straighten out the right leg. The right knee comes to the right elbow. Make contact if you can. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale it out. Bring that right knee right between the elbows. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale it out. Bring the right knee over to the left elbow. Make contact if you can for 3, 2, 1. The right leg reaches high. The right leg comes forward, pigeon. Relax the right hip down. Square the hips. Square the shoulders. Wiggle into this. Start to fidget out any fidgets. Wiggle in, wiggle out. Maybe even start to lift up through the hips a little bit and then lowering them back down. Take a lot of time. There's going to be plenty of time to really come into this. As you come into this, maybe you come down on the forearms, a yoga block, maybe stacking the fists. The head can come on to the stacked fists. Maybe you come all the way down on the forehead. And then check in with the back leg. See if you can get the back leg longer And then straightening out the back foot. And then from the base of the spine, reach out through the crown of the head to get the spine longer. And then soften through the glutes. Check in with your breath. Check in with your intention. And if your intention was about that miracle, maybe come back to that miracle, knowing that just being right here on your mat can be a miracle in itself. Allow any feelings to bubble up and rise to the top. Let them surface. Let them expose themselves. Know that your yoga mat is a safe place to let go. Two more breaths in. Two more breaths out. You can stay here as long as you would like. Or perhaps lifting up through the chest. And further expression, staying here lifted. Or maybe reaching back through the back leg, getting a little bit more of a quad stretch here and through the left shoulder. Guiding the left heel down towards the left hip. And releasing. Frame the right knee. Come right up to a raised downward dog. Right leg reaches high. Release the right leg down, pedal out the heels. And the left leg reaches high. Release the left ankle towards the hip, stack the left hip over the right. Straightening out the left leg, left knee comes to the left elbow, make contact if you can. Exhale it out. Then left knee comes in between the elbows. Exhale it out. Over to the right. Exhale it out. The left leg comes forward, pigeon on this side. Take a lot of time to wiggle in, wiggle out. Get the fidgets out. Give this side as much time to come into as you did the other side. Lengthen through the back leg. Lengthen through the spine. 2 more full breaths in. 2 more full breaths out. Lifting up through the chest. Staying here or further expression of your pigeon. Maybe reaching the back leg, opening up through the right shoulder. Getting a little bit of an extra quad stretch here. And release. Frame the left foot, press up to a raised downward dog. The left leg reaches high. Release the left leg down, pedal out the heels. Float or step the feet forward into a squat. Making your way onto your back. Once you get onto your back, full body stretch. And just feel what that feels like after doing all that work to just lie on your back and get that big nourishing stretch. Really feel it out. Gather up the knees in towards the chest. Press down into the lower back. Lengthen through the neck. Straightening out the left leg, hug the right knee in towards the chest, and then bring the right knee way off to the side, finding a fuller range of motion. Let the left leg relax. Let the right hip relax. Let the right ankle let go. Let the shoulders melt. And hug the right knee back in. Cross it across the body. Twist open to the right. Bring that right palm face up. And maybe tonight you experiment with what the right arm wants to do. It might be straight. Maybe bent in a cactus arm. Or maybe bring the right arm way up to the right ear. Just feel it out what that right shoulder, right arm wants to do tonight. And inhale back to center. Switch sides. Hugging the left knee in, right leg goes long. The left knee comes way off to the side, finding a fuller range of motion. Relax the right leg. Soften through the left hip. Soften through the left ankle. Hug the left knee in, cross it across the body. Twist open to the left palm face up. And check in with this left shoulder, left arm, what this side wants to do. It might be the same, it might be different. Inhale back to center. Gather up both knees into the chest and rocking side to side, massaging through the lower back. Maybe even circling the knees around to get into the lower hips. Soles of the feet come into the mat and bring the feet wide on the outside of the mat. And then bring the knees over to the right side, kind of a little zigzag shape here. And just let those knees go floppy there. And inhale back to center, exhale to the other side. And then take a moment to prepare for a deep relaxation. If there's something else you want to finish up with, certainly do that. Maybe a happy baby or a plow, maybe a butterfly. No rush getting into Shavasana. Your Shavasana might be on your belly. It might be on your back with the knees bent or in butterfly. It might be legs up a chair or a couch or a wall. Find that spot where you can really, really let go. Once you get into that spot, wiggle out the wiggles, fidget out the fidgets. And we come into it with our breath. 3 deep breaths in, 3 loud sighs out. Breath in. Let it go. 2 more. 1 more. Really let it out. Allow yourself to drift off for these few moments. This letting go and relaxation helps the body restore and renew. It allows all the cells in the body to just do what they need to do to stay happy, healthy, strong, and blissful. Bring that miracle of intention into your Shavasana. Know that you are truly a miracle just by being you. Please stay here as long as you would like. Or perhaps wiggling the fingers and toes. Draw the knees in towards the chest, rolling to your side, using your arm as a pillow. Please stay here as long as you would like, or arriving back to a seated position. There's no rush, there is no hurry. Hands come towards the heart, lifting high to the sky. Exhale the hands to the forehead, to the mouth, heart center. The teacher in me is inspired and honored by the teacher in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I hope you enjoyed the class. I'm going to unmute you for any questions, comments, feedback.
That was great.
Awesome. It looks like everyone got a sweat on.
I think maybe the third time we were going through the side split thing over, I don't know how many times we did it, but I was just like, oh, okay, just now, okay, now up. I trust you, Rhonda. If you tell me to do it, I'm going to do it.
Good, and you did it. That's the joy of sometimes when there's a challenging piece of yoga. You're like, I don't know if I can do this, but then you do it anyway. And then you're like, I did it.
So, Kelly, are there two of you on the screen today? Or is that a different Kelly?
There's a Kelly F and a Kelly G.
Oh, another Kelly.
The other Kelly. Yeah, and oh, you know what? Maybe they popped on early for restorative too, possibly. So yeah, restorative is at 7, and I actually have a new teacher starting with us, so she's going to teach it, Tristan. So if you want to stay on for the 7 o'clock restorative, you just need a couple pillows, like a rolled up blanket. It can be super relaxing. There's like 10 postures, and you just kind of
I think I'll do it. So should I log out and log in again?
You can just stay on if you want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I just have 2 announcements. So one is, so last Thursday we did just a really small class in the studio and virtual. So we did in studio and virtual to kind of feel out how that would feel, what it would look like. And then I'm doing another one tomorrow, Thursday. And I think I have just 1 spot left because we're just having like 5 or 6 people in there. So if anyone wants that spot, let me know. Otherwise, it will be virtually and in studio. So we're starting to slowly transition to do both, and to do that really mindfully and respectfully of what everyone needs to.
It's exciting.
Yeah. And then we have a fundraiser if anyone's out and about tomorrow at our Title Boxing Club in Arden Hills. It's from 1 to 9. It is one of our coaches is doing he's trying to break a world's record for the longest amount of time doing focus mitts. So all of our different coaches will be holding focus mitts, and then he's doing the punching for like 6.5 hours straight.
Wow.
So he's trying to break the record, and so he wanted to do this as a fundraiser for us too. So if you want to stop by, we'll have some giveaways, we'll have some retail and all that, even just to say cheer him on. Yeah.
Good luck.
He's only 20, so he's got this. Well, thank you, everyone. If you want to stay on, feel free to stay on and collect all your stuff for restorative yoga. And then Tristan should be coming on shortly.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.